With the players bringing in their chip stacks from the semi-finals, the pace at this final table is guaranteed to be sizzling right from the off, particularly because while some players like Tony the Lizard Bloom there come in looking very comfortable, he's got £317,000 in chips. Others like Bad Girl and in particular Kevin Lovejoy O'Leary have to make moves right from the off. Let's get a bit more on the chip counts and the colourful nicknames of our 6 finalists.
Short stacked and in seat 1, it's Bad Girl, Suyen Pham. To her left and bottom of the chip pile, with just 73,000, is internet qualifier Kevin O'Leary. Next up, many people's pre-tournament favourite, and he's the big chip leader, Tony the Lizard Bloom. In second place behind Tony in his debut tournament is Norwegian Rolf Inge Vangvik. Over in seat 5, we find Ben Roberts with 210,000 chips. And with the exact same amount as Ben completing the lineup, another Norwegian, Jan Savage. To make it this far, all 6 surely must have superhuman powers. So, who will be the hero of heroes?
Welcome to the VC Poker Cup final. This is what it's all about. £200,000 for the winner. They've already put in some hours, some long, gruelling shifts at the table to get this far. And now they're down to the final 6. Chip leader, Tony Bloom, with 317,000. Obviously makes him the favourite at this stage. Kevin O'Leary, the other end of the scale, 73,000. Alongside me is Barney Boatman, professional poker player, gambling guru extraordinaire. Barney, put yourself in Kevin's shoes to start with. £73,000. He's got less than a quarter of what Tony's got as we start. How does he play to get himself back into position?
Well, it's a very good piece of news straight away for the antiques dealer, because he's picked up a nice little piece, that dealer button, which means he's got one round before he has to start putting any chips into the pot. He's going to be having to play fairly fast, because not because of he's under pressure with the amount of chips he's got, but because more of the price structure. Most of the money in those top 2 places, so he wants to get himself right back into the game and not just play to survive.
So there's a raise of 8,000 from Ben Roberts with that ace-6 suited.
You got 2 lizards, my God. One was bad enough.
Yeah, he came in playing strong, and Tony Bloom has got a pretty looking hand, and plenty enough to have a look at a flop with the chips he's got.
Pass.
Ben opens the pot with a raise to 12,000 being called by Tony in the small blind. We'll see the first flop.
All down to what's on the flop then. His first hand on the final table. That's a lovely start for Tony.
Yes, and he may just check it and try and get a bet out of the razor.
Check. Check.
Tony putting a little trap in there, expecting the Razor to put a bet in, but Ben, very, very experienced. Just because it's a king high flop, he knows it's not pretty for him. The question is Tony going to get any action from Ben? And by betting this, I think he's going to end it here and now.
26,000.
That 26,000 constitutes almost as much again as what was in the pot. And Ben Roberts with a little bit of contemplation.
Well, the story of this pot really is that Ben Roberts did very, very well not to bet the flop there. He lost the absolute minimum. Tony hitting that flop. He gave Ben one chance to bluff it, and then he took it down. There were too many scare cards to give another free card.
And what it means is that Ben, who started an equal third with Jan, just drops down, Tony the beneficiary, and strengthens his lead at the top of the leaderboard after one hand.